it easier to make a sequel knowing that you have that foundation of the first one, which obviously was so successful, or is there more pressure to deliver with another to make it bigger, better, etc.?
Well, it's a little bit of both. You know, it definitely is easier because one part is easier is like you bring the characters back that you already know and develop, so you don't need to re-explain them. So there's a little shorthand of like working with characters that you already know, the personalities, you know what they can bring to the table, like you know how they can contribute to make the movie. But it's harder because you have to keep advancing the story. You have to do more with them. The pressure of doing more is always like present there, and also you add more characters to the story, so there's complexity into this the creation of the script and the stories and how you connect those stories. We spend a long time doing it, so there's pros and cons, you know, but it's always fun to have like a family reunion.
And you know, as I said to you earlier today, the casting in this film, in both films, is just fantastic.
Yeah.
Looking back on sort of, because it's each of the actors and they have sort of very distinct voices, and you put them in characters. Looking at their filmography, if you could take any of those films and animate it, which one would you want to do?
Oh, it's a tricky one. I have to look back to all the movies that they've done, you know.
Is there any that come to mind?
I can imagine, like, you know, I wouldn't be able to do, like, the, you know, Social Network animated. That's going to be too tough with Jesse. It'd be great to do one of the Andy's movie, you know, because he carries like more weight, you know, like The Godfather or something like that. You know, that would be funny.
The possibilities on that.
The possibilities would be endless with the casting on that one would be awesome.
And how do you think you've developed as a director from the first Ice Age to now, the sequel to Rio 2?
It's great. It's great to, like, usually when you do a sequence, it's a reward for a great work that you've done in the first one. So usually that's how sequels come about, you know, based off the success of the first one when you do another one. So it feels good to go back. It feels good to be able to continue the stories, because sometimes 90 minutes is not enough to tell a story, or you tell part of that story and you always have that wish of telling a little bit more. So this time, like, we were able to come back and just take the character a little further, have more, you know, fun and have more freedom with some of them, and be able to just tell a brand new story, but just with the shorthand of the first one. So it's always a fun process. It's really good. It's challenging, but it's good.
Yeah. Now, looking back at all the great animated films that there have been, which I'm sure you're a fan of when you were younger as well, is there any that you would have liked to directed yourself?
Wow, there's so many good ones. It's hard because when you see something that is done by somebody else, you think that they did such an amazing job that you don't want to even touch it. You just feel like, they already done the work, you know. So, but if I would have a script fresh without the visuals in front of me, I would love to have done Ratatouille. I thought that was really fun because I love cooking and I love, like, you know, Paris. You know, I thought that would be a fun movie to do. That would be one of the movies that I would love to do.
I love that film. Now, it's my dream to be in an animated film someday, but it probably isn't going to happen. So I was wondering,
I'll never say no.
if you would do me the honor of perhaps drawing me as an animated character in Rio 3, should it ever happen. So I have a notepad, I have a pen.
That's cool.
If you need me to, like, stand,
I can try. I can do my best.
I can do a pose and stand still. Just tell me what you want me.
Okay, there you go. Okay. I can try something there. But you want to be in Rio, right? Like, that's the movie you want to be.
Rio
so therefore, you have to be a bird. What bird would you like to be?
Oof, that's a question. How about owl?
An owl. Oh, cool. Yeah, I can do that. So I can do that. But I have to put your hat in there because that's really fashionable and cool.
No pressure.
No pressure.
The tension.
I'm
both excited and a little scared.
Yeah, don't get your hopes too high. Like, I'm drawing on the fly here. Like, I'm not the best. Like, you know. There you go. You're an owl, somewhat.
I like it. So VO3, look out for this guy.
Yeah, I can do that. There you go.
Just cheat that, so we tend
it's funny. It's a hybrid of movies, like, you know, Monsters meet Rio 3.
That hat as well is just as perfect.
I just have to put the little hat in there, like, so. But then, you know, Monsters meet, like, Rio, kind of like. Okay, maybe.
But I like it. Now, one final question. When we were at the photo screening today, you were saying that you had ideas for Rio 2 once you had begun Rio. when you're making this one now, is there ideas that you already had for View 3? Should it happen?
Well, not directly, but I could see continuing to taking the characters into different fun journeys and all that. But I try not to just think about too much of that, because I feel that, one project at a time, one day at a time, let's finish this the best way we can. And then eventually, if we have to do it, it will come up. But there's definitely stories to tell. Like, they have such amazing cast, They have continued to tell amazing stories with Nigel. Continue to just to take the family to like new adventures, like have the kids grow up. There's so many ideas that we can go there. But I'm settling with number 2. Let's see what happens.
Well, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time today.
Thank you.